Hey everybody, Chris Ward here. Welcome to another edition of the Eagle Reality Career Podcast, mainly for realtors. But if you're listening and you're not a real estate agent, hey, maybe you should be. I don't know. It might be a good career move for you. But we are here, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Another beautiful day, hurricane-free at the moment. Of course, our prayers and everything goes out to all the people recovering from the hurricanes, Florida, Puerto Rico, the islands there, the Bahamas, and of course Houston and Texas area as well, and the Mexican earthquake. We've just had so many natural disasters, it's just crazy. So if you can donate time or money or resources, please do so through your favorite charity that's helping out any one of those devastated areas. And of course you can always send up some prayers and some good love and vibes to those families and people that are going through that kind of tragedy. So in this podcast episode, this was idea. I kind of have some scripts out for what I want to do podcast episodes about that are related to the real estate industry to help your career, whether it's tactical, whether it's more ethereal, more macro level of just like your mindset and how you should view maybe your business on a macro scale. This one is just something that I'm hearing a lot, that I'm seeing a lot. I see, big time social media influencers and business owners a lot recently posting a lot about it. I know it's a concept that is not only in business, but we teach our kids and we try to practice it ourselves. It's another one of those areas where you don't just choose to have it, you literally have to practice it. And in the business arena, in the business world, it's really something that you don't want to take for granted, and you don't want to misdefine what the purpose of it is. So the topic of the podcast today is patience. So talking about patience, and I just wrote a blog about it. Like I said, I see it all over the place. Patience. I don't know if we need to preach this more because people worried about the millennial generation or just the I want it now generation, that we all kind of are because of the culture of technology has just sped things up so much as far as not having to wait. Everything's instant. Everything's right now and instant gratification. It's amazing to see our world, our culture go towards this and really just have an issue with patience in that regards. But when it comes to your business, I think patience is better defined as really understanding the long-term play, the long-term strategy that you want to have in growing your career and growing your business. Now, from a real estate aspect or from any industry, patience is key because one, you can learn so much if you take your time. You can avoid so many errors if you're patient and take your time, if you analyze and you research and you really delve into the decision-making processes, products, new releases, research, all that kind of thing. You can be patient and you can really win on this. But that's all true. In fact, we could define patience. We could bring patience and match it up to a multitude of actions and reactions that you should have within the day-to-day and the long-term strategy of when you're growing your business. But the patience that I want to focus on is this. Patience is not a passive sit down and wait word when it comes to your career. Patience is still active. Patience is still active because it's putting the pieces in place now for the long-term payoff. In your real estate career, this has a ton of value because you can do things in the short term, you can do things on the daily that are going to make you win in the long term, and you will be having patience. It doesn't mean you're sitting around doing nothing and avoiding. It means you're actively every single day grinding and working and working and working and doing the things that you know lead to success, things that you know are proven, phone calls, mail blasts, farming, techniques that you know as far as fear management, database, CRM, customer relationship management, social media posting, consistent brand and consistent content out there, video tours, photos of the listings, market research, knowing your area, being an expert in what you're doing, increasing your education, all those things. The list goes on and on and on. All these lists, all these items that you need to be doing every single day, things you need to be doing every single day to increase and enhance your business, is all part of being patient. Because as soon as you look for the instant gratification, the instant payoff in that one phone call or that one mailing or that one website and landing page that you made or that one Facebook campaign that you ran, as soon as you look for instant gratification and you don't get it, and then you scrap it and you throw it away, you've lost. We have to, it's a perspective, it's a mentality. You have to have patience in what you're doing because you know it leads to success. You have to believe enough in your real estate career and believe enough that these things work when you work them, when you put your head down and grind them, and you do it on a daily. It will become successful. It will become a win over the long term. And thus you practice patience in your business, in your real estate business. You need to be able to take the mindset and to be able to take the mentality that every effort, everything that I do it from a viewpoint, from a vantage point of patience. And I do it because I know that the long-term gain is better than the short-term payoff. I'll say that one more time. The long-term gain is better than the short-term payoff. You're putting in places, that's a whole mentality behind budgeting, that's a whole mentality behind portfolio building, whether it's real estate or investments. That's a whole mentality behind business and marketing strategy over a long term, is because you want to put into pieces, you want to put into effect pieces and strategy that are going to win in the long game, in the long term. Yes, you have a short number of years on this earth. Yes, you should live each day, in my opinion, as it's your last, because you're not promised tomorrow. But you can be smart and strategic about how you plan things for your long-term gain and your long-term win, and not just worry about the short term. It's a both and. I know, it's a both and, but you should have enough passion and love about the real estate career that you're in, that you like doing the little things on the short term. It's not, when I say grind, it's because you want to. It's not a hassle. You're doing it because you love what you do and you want to win, but you're doing it with the mindset of, okay, man, I'm going to grind this out, and yeah, this is fun and I'm doing this, but I'm not looking for my big hit. I'm not looking for my big jackpot. I'm not looking for that huge mountaintop experience today or tomorrow. I'm looking for it at the long term run, because then that payoff, that mountain's going to be so much bigger. That mountain's going to be so much bigger when you get there. The win is going to be so much sweeter. The win is going to be so much greater when you play the patience game. So I encourage you, whether you're 20 or 50, you still got years. You can still be patient and have that mentality for what you're doing. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. I hope that you actually put this into practice in your real estate business. You can follow us everywhere at Eagle Realty SC, all over social media. You can check out my personal BIC page on Facebook, Chris Ward BIC, that's BIC. Or you can also subscribe to us here on iTunes or on our SoundCloud as well. I hope you stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you at the next episode of The Eagle Reality Career Talk here in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm Chris Ward, broker in charge and owner. Have an awesome